this special night, you are chosen to rewrite your destiny tonight. As the world settles into quiet and darkness blankets the earth, you are here not by coincidence, not by algorithm, but because God has guided you to this very moment. Among millions of souls, only a rare few can truly hear these words, can feel the sacred vibration pulsing through the air. This is no ordinary night. It is a night when the gates of financial blessing and fortune are opening for those who are awake, who trust, and who are ready to act from the deepest intuition of their souls. If you are hearing these words, your spirit is ready for transformation, for a brand new cycle where money no longer comes merely through effort, but through harmony with your truest desires. Not everyone can hear these words. Many pass through their entire lives without ever knowing such a night exists. But you are here. You feel the resonance. You are chosen. God has chosen you, not because you are better or more deserving, but because you are you, and only you can write the wish that belongs to your soul. A subtle yet powerful change is already unfolding within you, like a seed sprouting in the earth, like light breaking through the darkness. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 banding 11. Do you feel a slight flutter in your chest, a sense of anticipation you can't quite explain? That is the frequency lifting you up, a sign that you are in the right place, at the right time. Tonight, when you write down your wish, even if it is just a short phrase, even if it is as simple as "I am ready to receive abundance," you are sending a declaration into the fabric of creation. This is not a plea, but an affirmation, not a statement of lack, but a resonance, not a weight, but a permission. Your wish is a soul code, connecting you to the flow of the universe, and only when it is written does it become real. Do not underestimate this simple act. The wealthiest, most awakened people in the world know this. Spoken words may fade, but written words are the proclamation of the soul. When you write what you want, you engrave a signal onto the plane of vibration, and the universe never ignores a signal sent from the heart. Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, "Go, throw yourself into the sea," and does not doubt in their heart but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Mark 11:23-24. Before you enter this sacred revelation, pause for a moment and do 3 things. Press like on this video to confirm your soul is ready, to mark that you have received the call from the divine. Subscribe to the channel, The Chosen One, God's messages, to become part of a community of over 70,000 chosen souls, all stepping into their spiritual mission, all entering the greatest turning point in human history. Comment the number 1111, the sacred number, symbolizing the completion of the old cycle and the opening of a new destiny code. If you are truly the chosen one, you will stay until the end of this video, because at the end of the message, there will be a special opening ritual that only those who are ready will be able to receive and perform. Imagine tonight is not an ordinary night. Imagine this is the marker of a new cycle, a time when a financial door is slowly opening before you. But there is one condition. You must allow yourself to believe you are worthy. No one can open that door for you. No one can write your wish for you. No one can vibrate for you. Only you, and you alone. You have lived long enough in waiting, in fear, in repeating the question, when will things change? But the universe does not operate on human schedules. It moves to the rhythm of faith, and tonight is the strongest sowing rhythm in weeks. If you want to change your financial situation, do not start by trying to earn more. Start by changing the signal you send into the space around you. The wish you write tonight is your way of resetting your frequency. The chosen do not need to do more than others. They only need to resonate with the right moment, the right rhythm, the right door. When they knock on the door that is opening, the miracle does not come from struggle, but from permission. Money works the same way, is not controlled by worry, but attracted by alignment. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Matthew 6:33. So, pause, take a pen and paper, or open a note, and write down a wish, a true desire, a plea, but a permission. You might begin with, "I allow money to flow naturally into my life. I allow abundance to manifest in my reality. I allow the energy of wealth to fill my living space." You do not need a reason. You do not need to explain, just write. Because writing is a ritual. Writing is the action that expresses your deepest readiness. Once your wish is born, it is no longer just a thought in your mind. It is a seed in sacred space, waiting to be watered by action, gratitude, and persistence. The chosen do not wait for luck. They create luck by the signals they send. Tonight, after you have written your wish, let your heart rest. No worry, no hurry, no fear of mistakes, for everything you have written has already been received by an invisible force. When the sun rises, you will no longer be the person you were yesterday. Tonight, you are standing on the delicate line between two realities: the old, where you struggled with lack and unfulfilled dreams, and the new, where financial luck comes, not from effort alone, but from a deep resonance between your will and the frequency of the universe. That line is not an event. It is just a moment when you truly believe and write it down. So simple, yet that simple act is the ultimate key. The universe has given you this night, this chance, this door, and all you need to do is step through. With a small action, write what you want to see, as if it is already happening. Remember, the chosen do not need others to believe in them. They only need to believe in the signal they feel deep inside. If your heart beats a little faster now, if you feel moved in a way you cannot explain, that is how you know you are ready. So, write. You do not need to be complicated. Just one line, one thought, one breath. Everything you need is waiting for you to confirm it to yourself. Tonight, as you sit down to write, remember, you do not need to prove anything anymore. You no longer see yourself as lacking, as disadvantaged, as needing to do one more thing to qualify for abundance. You simply remember what you have always known. You are worthy, you are chosen, you are already complete, even before you hold anything in your hands. Has not God chosen those who are poor in the eyes of the world to be rich in faith and to inherit the kingdom he promised those who love him? James 2-5. Tonight, as you write your wish, write as if you have already seen the vision of abundance in your dreams, and now you are calling it into being with your words. If you have already written it, just breathe deeply. No need to rush, no need to force anything to happen, for your wish has already taken flight, and good fortune is already finding its way to you. You no longer need to worry. You have stepped through to the other side of the door, and from now on, nothing will be the same. As you drift into sleep, a gentle question lingers. What will you see in your dreams tonight? Will you meet a new version of yourself, or will you discover a truth you have never considered before? Tonight, let your soul be free, let your mind rest, let your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, rewriting your destiny, stepping into a new cycle, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light, facing the past, letting go of old burdens as the night deepens and the world outside fades into silence. You find yourself standing at the threshold of your own story, a place where the past lingers, heavy with memories, regrets, and unspoken dreams. Tonight, you are invited to face these shadows, not with fear, but with courage, knowing that only by letting go of what no longer serves you can you step fully into the destiny that awaits. You may feel the weight of old burdens pressing on your chest, mistakes you wish you could undo, words you wish you had spoken or left unsaid, relationships that ended in pain or misunderstanding. These are the remnants of your journey so far, the lessons carved into your heart. But tonight, you are not here to be crushed by them. You are here to honor them, to acknowledge their place in your story, and then, gently, to let them go. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a quiet river. The water flows steadily, carrying away leaves and twigs, cleansing the shore with every ripple. With each breath, allow yourself to release one burden, one memory, one regret. Watch as it drifts away on the current, dissolving into the distance. Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken. Psalm 55 banding 22. You are not alone in this act of surrender. God is with you, holding your hand, guiding you through the process of release. You may notice how your body softens as you let go, how your mind grows quieter, how your heart begins to feel lighter. This is the gift of forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself. Bear with each other, and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive, as the Lord forgave you. Colossians 3:13. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks the door to your future, the act that sets you free to move forward unburdened. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in this moment of release, you may begin to sense a gentle warmth spreading through your chest, a feeling of being held, cherished, and understood. You are not defined by your past, by your mistakes, or by the opinions of others. You are defined by the love of God, by the purpose He has placed within you, by the destiny that is unfolding even now. You may recall the stories of those who have walked this path before you. Joseph, who forgave his brothers for selling him into slavery. David, who sought forgiveness after his greatest failures. Peter, who found grace after denying his Lord. Their stories remind you that no burden is too heavy, no mistake too great for the healing power of God's love. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast field, the wind gentle on your face, your hands open to the sky. You are not alone. God is with you, inviting you to release what no longer serves, to trust the unfolding, to welcome the gifts that await. You do not need to know what comes next. You only need to let go, to trust that what is meant for you will find you. Tonight, as you face the past and let go of old burdens, you are invited to surrender your regrets, to trust in the goodness of God, to believe that letting go is the doorway to receiving. For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. Isaiah 43, Banding. 19. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of release, the beauty of open hands and an open heart as you close your eyes. A gentle question lingers. What new lightness, what unexpected freedom, what deeper peace will you discover as you let go of the past? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, facing the past, letting go of old burdens, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light. The hidden value, discovering the treasure in trials as the night deepens and your breath slows. You find yourself reflecting on the journey that has brought you here. The trials you have faced, the challenges that once seemed unbearable, now reveal themselves in a new light. Tonight, you are invited to look back, not with bitterness, but with gratitude, to see the hidden value in every struggle, to recognize how each hardship has shaped you into the person you are meant to be. You may recall moments when life felt unfair, when you questioned why you had to endure so much pain, so many setbacks. Perhaps you wondered if God had forgotten you, if your prayers were falling on deaf ears. But now, in the stillness of this night, you begin to see that every trial was a teacher, every struggle a lesson, every wound a doorway to deeper wisdom. We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. Romans 5:3-4. The scars you carry are not signs of weakness, but badges of courage, proof that you have been tested and found worthy. As you breathe deeply, imagine a gentle light shining on your past, illuminating the lessons hidden in the darkness. With each inhale, draw in gratitude for the strength you have gained, the resilience you have discovered, the faith that has grown in the soil of adversity. With each exhale, release any lingering resentment, any sense of injustice, any doubt that your journey has meaning. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28. Even in the hardest moments, God was at work, shaping you, preparing you for the destiny that awaits. You may notice how your perspective shifts as you honor your trials. Where once you saw only pain, now you see growth. Where once you felt abandoned, now you sense the presence of a loving guide. The stories of Joseph, Job, and so many others remind you that suffering is not the end of the story, but the beginning of something greater. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Genesis 5:20. Your trials have not been in vain. They have been the forge in which your character was shaped. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in this new understanding, you may begin to feel a gentle peace settling over you, a sense of purpose, a confidence that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The challenges you have faced have not broken you. They have made you stronger, wiser, more compassionate. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:2-3. In the quiet of this night, you discover the treasure hidden in your trials, the gift of a heart that has learned to trust, to hope, to love. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast field, the stars shining above, the earth solid beneath your feet. You are not alone. God is with you, guiding you, reminding you that every step of your journey has meaning, that every trial has prepared you for the blessings to come. You do not need to know the path ahead. You only need to trust that the one who has brought you this far will not abandon you now. Tonight, as you reflect on the value of your trials, you are invited to embrace your story, to honor your journey, to believe that every challenge has been a gift in disguise. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34, Banding 18. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of transformation, the beauty of a soul refined by fire. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new strength, what unexpected wisdom, what deeper hope will awaken in you as you honor your trials? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, discovering the hidden value in your trials. Guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light, awakening faith, trusting yourself and God as the night deepens. The world outside grows still, and you find yourself in a sacred space between reflection and action. Tonight, you are invited to awaken a new kind of faith, not just faith in God, but faith in yourself, in the journey, in the unfolding of a destiny that is uniquely yours. This is not blind belief, but a gentle trust that grows from the soil of your experiences, watered by the lessons of your trials and nurtured by the presence of a loving Creator. You may recall moments when doubt crept in, when you questioned your worth, your abilities, or your purpose. Perhaps you felt small in the face of life's challenges, uncertain if you had what it takes to move forward. But tonight, you are invited to see yourself through new eyes, through the eyes of God, who has never doubted your strength, your courage, or your capacity for greatness. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. You are not an accident. You are a masterpiece, crafted for a purpose. As you breathe deeply, imagine a gentle light spreading through your chest, warming your heart, dissolving the shadows of self. With each inhale, draw in confidence. With each exhale, release fear, hesitation, and the need for approval from others. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust is not the absence of uncertainty, but the courage to move forward, even when the path is unclear. You may notice how faith changes the way you see the world. Where once you saw obstacles, now you see opportunities. Where once you felt alone, now you sense the presence of a loving guide. The stories of Moses, Esther, and so many others remind you that ordinary people, when filled with faith, can accomplish extraordinary things. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. Your faith is not a crutch, but a source of power, a wellspring of courage, a light that guides you through the darkest nights. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in this awakened faith, you may begin to feel a gentle strength rising within your sense of purpose, a clarity about your next steps, a confidence that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Faith is not a one-time decision, but a daily practice, a choice to trust, to hope, to believe that the best is yet to come. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Hebrews 11:1. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of faith, the beauty of a heart that dares to believe. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast meadow, the sun rising on the horizon, the air fresh with possibility. You are not alone. God is with you, walking beside you, inviting you to step forward with courage, to trust the journey, to believe in the destiny that awaits. You do not need to know the way. You only need to take the next step, to trust that the path will unfold. As you go, tonight, as you awaken your faith, you are invited to trust yourself, to trust God, to believe that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in Him, and He helps me. Psalm 28:7. In the quiet of this night, you discover the power of faith, the beauty of a soul that dares to dream, that as you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new dreams, what unexpected possibilities, what deeper trust will awaken in you as you embrace your faith? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, awakening faith in yourself and in God, guided every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light. The light within, discovering the sacred spark. As the night deepens and your body grows heavier with sleep, your awareness turns inward, to the quiet center where the light of your soul flickers softly. This is not a physical light, but a gentle radiance, a sacred spark placed within you by the hands of the divine. Not everyone notices this light, not everyone is ready to see it, but you are here, chosen to recognize and nurture the flame that glows within your heart. You may have spent days, even years, searching for meaning outside yourself, in achievements, in relationships, in the approval of others. But tonight, you are invited to rest, to pause, and to discover that the truest source of light and love has always been within you. Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path. Psalm 119, Banding 105. The light within you is not your own creation, but a gift from God, a reflection of His presence, a guide for your journey. As you breathe deeply, imagine this light growing brighter with each inhale, spreading warmth and peace through your body. With each exhale, let go of any darkness, any doubt, any fear that dims your inner radiance. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1-5. No matter how deep the night, no matter how great the challenge, the light within you cannot be extinguished. You may recall moments when you felt lost or alone, when the world seemed cold and unwelcoming. In those times, the light within you may have felt distant, almost forgotten. But tonight, you are invited to remember to reconnect with that sacred spark, to trust in its guidance, to allow it to lead you forward. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Your light is not just for you, it is a gift to the world, a beacon of hope, a sign of God's love. As you rest in this gentle awareness, you may begin to sense a quiet joy rising within you, a sense of belonging, of being deeply known and deeply loved. This is the peace that comes from knowing you are never alone, that God is with you, within you, guiding you every step of the way. I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew 28:20. In this moment, you are held, cherished, and guided by a love that never fails. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. You may notice subtle shifts within yourself, lightness in your chest, a clarity in your mind, a sense of purpose that you have not felt in a long time. These are the signs of awakening, the gentle stirrings of the Spirit, calling you to step into your true identity, to embrace your sacred mission. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. Your light is unique, your path is yours alone, and your purpose is woven into the fabric of the universe. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself standing in a quiet garden, bathed in the soft glow of moonlight. The air is still, the flowers are fragrant, and the stars twinkle above you. You are not alone. God is with you, walking beside you, inviting you to trust in the light within, to follow its guidance, to believe in the goodness that awaits you. Do not need to know the way. You only need to take the next step, to trust that the path will unfold before you as you walk. Tonight, as you rest in the light within, you are invited to let go of your fears, your doubts, your need for certainty. You are invited to trust in the love that surrounds you, to allow yourself to be guided, to be transformed, to be a light for others. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14. In the stillness, you discover the power of your own radiance, the beauty of your own soul. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What will you discover in the light of this night? What new clarity, what new joy will awaken within you as you sleep? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, discovering the sacred spark within, guided by God every step of the way on the path of truth, love, and light. The river of forgiveness, letting grace flow through youth night deepens, and the gentle current of your breath carries you further into the sanctuary of your own being. Here, in this sacred stillness, you are invited to approach the river of forgiveness, a stream that flows quietly through the heart, washing away what no longer serves, making space for new beginnings. Not everyone finds the courage to stand at this river's edge. Not everyone is ready to release the burdens of old wounds. But you are here, chosen to let grace flow through you, to become both healed and healer. You may notice the memories that surface faces words, moments from the past that linger like shadows at the water's edge. Some may bring a gentle ache, others a sharper pain. These are the stones you have carried, sometimes for years, sometimes for a lifetime. Tonight, you are invited to lay them down, to let the current of forgiveness carry them away. Bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. Colossians 3:13. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is freeing yourself from the weight of what cannot be changed. As you breathe deeply, imagine the river before you, cool and endless. With each exhale, let go of one stone, one memory, one hurt. Watch as it sinks into the current, dissolving, becoming lighter, less sharp, less heavy. As far as the east is from the west, so far has He removed our transgressions from us. Psalm 103 banding 12. In this act of release, you are not only freeing others, you are freeing yourself, making room in your heart for peace, for joy, for love to return. You may recall moments when forgiveness seemed impossible, when the pain was too great or the wound too deep. Yet forgiveness is not a feeling you wait for, but a choice you make, again and again, each time the memory returns. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you your sins. Mark 11:25. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, the gift of freedom, of lightness, of a heart unburdened. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in this river's embrace, you may begin to sense a gentle warmth spreading through your chest, a feeling of compassion, not only for others, but for yourself. Forgiveness is not only for those who have hurt you, it is also for the parts of yourself you have judged, rejected, or abandoned. If we confess our sins, He is faithful and just, and will forgive us our sins, and purify us from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1-9. Tonight, you are invited to forgive yourself, to welcome yourself home, to let grace flow into every hidden corner of your soul. You may notice subtle shifts within, a softening of your heart, a quieting of your mind, a sense of spaciousness where pain once lived. These are the signs of healing, the gentle movements of grace, working within you to restore, to renew, to make whole. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147. Banding Tiga. Healing is not a destination, but a journey, a slow unfolding, a gentle return to wholeness. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself wading into the river, the cool water swirling around your ankles, your knees, your waist. You are not alone. God is with you, standing in the water beside you, inviting you to let go, to trust, to be cleansed. You do not need to know how to heal. You only need to be willing, to be open, to let the river do its quiet work. Tonight, as you rest by the river of forgiveness, you are invited to release your burdens, to let grace flow through you, to become a vessel of peace and compassion. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Matthew 5-7. In the quiet of this night, you discover the power of forgiveness, the beauty of letting go, the freedom of a heart made new. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What will you find on the far shore of forgiveness? What new peace, what new possibility will greet you as you awaken? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, letting grace flow through you, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light. The circle of belonging resting in sacred community, the night holds you softly. And as you lie here, you may sense a gentle presence gathering around you, unseen but deeply felt, like the warmth of a campfire or the hush of a sanctuary. This moment, you are invited to remember, you are never truly alone. There is a circle of belonging, a sacred community that surrounds you, even in the quietest hours. Not everyone feels this circle, not everyone knows its comfort, but you are here, chosen to rest in its embrace and to discover the miracle of togetherness. You may recall times when loneliness crept in, when you felt like an island set apart from the world's busy tides. Perhaps there were moments when your voice seemed lost, your story unheard, your presence unseen. Yet tonight, you are invited to step into the circle, to recognize that you are part of a tapestry woven by divine hands. For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, There am I with them, Matthew 18:20. Even in solitude, you are connected, threaded into a greater story, held by a love that binds all things together. As you breathe, imagine the gentle rhythm of many hearts beating alongside yours. With every inhale, you draw in the strength of those who have walked this path before you. With every exhale, you offer your own quiet courage to those who walk beside you now, near or far. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. Galatians 6:2. This is the mystery of sacred community. Your joys are multiplied, your sorrows divided, your journey shared. You may sense the presence of loved ones, friends, even strangers whose prayers and hopes have brushed against your life in ways you may never fully know. The circle is wide, and it is growing. Each act of kindness, each word of encouragement, each silent prayer ripples outward, touching lives you cannot see. Encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. In this circle, you are both giver and receiver, teacher and student, guest and host. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in the comfort of belonging, notice how your heart softens, how your breath deepens, how your spirit feels less burdened. These are the gifts of community, a sense of safety, a wellspring of hope, a place to lay down your burdens and find rest. How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. Psalm 133 banding 1. Unity is not sameness, but harmony, a chorus of unique voices blending into a song of praise. You may find, in this circle, the courage to be vulnerable, to share your story, to listen deeply to the stories of others. You may discover that your wounds are not so different from those around you, that your dreams echo in the hearts of many. In the light of shared understanding, healing begins. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Romans 12:15. Compassion is the language of the soul, and in this sacred space, you are fluent. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself sitting around a gentle fire, the faces of your companions glowing in the warmth. The night is deep, the stars are bright, and the circle is unbroken. You are not alone. God is with you, and so are all those who have chosen the path of love, truth, and light. You do not need to journey alone. The circle is always open, always expanding, always ready to welcome you home. Tonight, as you rest in the circle of belonging, you are invited to lean into the comfort of community, to offer your presence, your prayers, your gratitude. Let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. Hebrews 10:24. In the quiet of this night, you discover the strength of togetherness, the beauty of shared hope, the miracle of being known and loved. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new connections, what unexpected friendships, what deeper sense of belonging will awaken in you as you sleep? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, resting in sacred community, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light. Seeds of gratitude, cultivating a heart of thanks. The night is deep and gentle, wrapping you in its velvet hush. As you rest, you may begin to notice the quiet stirrings of gratitude within, a subtle warmth, a soft glow that rises in your chest with each easy breath. Gratitude is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it arrives as a whisper, a fleeting memory, a single moment of beauty in an ordinary day. Not everyone learns to recognize these seeds of thanks. Not everyone pauses to nurture them. But you are here, chosen to cultivate a heart that sees blessings everywhere, even in the smallest things. You may recall a moment today, a smile from a stranger, the taste of warm tea, the comfort of a familiar song. These are seeds of gratitude, scattered by the hand of God, waiting for you to notice, to gather, to plant in the soil of your soul. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. Psalm 107, banding 1. Each act of noticing, each word of thanks, is a gentle watering, a way of helping gratitude grow. As you breathe, imagine these seeds taking root within you. With every inhale, draw in the memory of something good, something true, something beautiful. With every exhale, let go of complaint, of bitterness, of the urge to compare. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Philippians 4:6. Gratitude is not a denial of hardship, but a choice to see God's faithfulness shining through the cracks. You may notice how gratitude changes the landscape of your mind. Where once there were thorns of worry or weeds of regret, now there is a gentle garden, green and growing, full of promise. Rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. To give thanks in all things is to trust that every moment, every breath, is a gift. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God as you rest in this garden of gratitude. You may begin to sense a lightness in your spirit, a quiet joy that bubbles up from within. Gratitude is contagious. It spreads from heart to heart, a gentle invitation for others to notice, to appreciate, to give thanks. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace, and be thankful. Colossians 3:15. In gratitude, you find peace, a peace that settles deep and true. Even when the world outside is restless, you may discover, as you reflect, that gratitude is not just for the easy days. It is a lamp for the dark nights, a balm for the aching heart, a song that rises even in sorrow. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and he helps me. My heart leaps for joy, and with my song I praise him. Psalm 28:7. In the practice of thanks, you find resilience, hope, and a reason to sing. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself walking through a field at dawn, dew sparkling on every blade of grass, the world fresh and new. Each step is a prayer, each breath a blessing, each heartbeat a quiet hallelujah. You are not alone. God is with you, scattering seeds of goodness along your path, inviting you to gather them, to plant them, to watch them grow. Tonight, as you rest in gratitude, you are invited to notice the blessings, to count them, to let them multiply in your heart. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Psalm 34:8. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of a thankful heart, the beauty of a life lived in praise. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new seeds of gratitude will you find tomorrow? What unexpected joys, what hidden blessings will reveal themselves as you awaken? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, cultivating a heart of thanks, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light. The strength of perseverance, enduring with hope. The night is quiet and deep, the world outside barely a whisper, as you rest in the gentle glow of gratitude. In this stillness, you are invited to remember the strength you have gathered along your journey, not just the strength of faith or gratitude, but the quiet, steady power of perseverance. Not everyone learns to endure. Not everyone finds hope in the waiting. But you are here, chosen to discover that perseverance is not just about holding on, but about growing, deepening, and trusting that every step forward matters. You may recall moments when the path seemed too long, when the goal felt too distant, when you wondered if you had the strength to keep going. Perhaps you have faced setbacks, disappointments, or seasons of waiting that tested your patience and resolve. Yet tonight, you are invited to see these moments in a new light, not as obstacles, but as opportunities to build resilience, to strengthen your spirit, to prepare for the blessings that are coming your way. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6-9. As you breathe, imagine yourself as a tree by a quiet stream, its roots deep and strong, its branches reaching for the sky. The seasons change, the winds blow, but the tree stands firm, trusting that the sun will rise, the rain will fall, and the fruit will come in its time. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. James 1:12. Perseverance is the quiet confidence that growth is happening, even when you cannot see it. You may notice how perseverance changes your perspective. Where once you saw only struggle, now you see progress. Where once you felt tired, now you sense a quiet strength rising within you. The stories of those who have gone before you, Joseph, Ruth, Paul, and so many others, remind you that endurance is not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of hope in the midst of it. We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. Romans 5:3-4. Every challenge you face is shaping you, preparing you, making you ready for what is to come. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in this strength of perseverance, you may begin to sense a deep peace settling over you, a peace that does not depend on circumstances, but on trust. Perseverance is the soil in which faith grows, the space where trust is tested and strengthened, the gentle ground where miracles take root. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:2-3. In the quiet of this night, you discover the gift of endurance, the beauty of a heart that does not give up. You may recall the stories of those who persevered before you, those who waited, those who hoped, those who trusted even when the way was unclear. Their perseverance was not in vain. It was the key that opened the door to their destiny. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. James 1-4. Your perseverance, too, is shaping you, preparing you, making you ready for the blessings that await. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast field, the sun rising on the horizon, the air fresh with possibility. You are not alone. God is with you, nurturing your hope, tending your dreams, inviting you to trust the journey. You do not need to know the way. You only need to take the next step, to trust that the path will unfold before you as you walk. Tonight, as you rest in the strength of perseverance, you are invited to let go of your need for certainty, to trust in the slow work of God, to believe that every moment of waiting is filled with purpose. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Romans 12:12. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of perseverance, the beauty of a heart that endures with hope. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new strength, what unexpected courage, what deeper trust will awaken in you as you persevere? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, enduring with hope, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light. Embracing opportunity, stepping into new possibilities. The night deepens, the world outside, quiet and still, as you rest in the gentle strength of perseverance. Tonight, you are invited to open your heart to the possibilities that await, not as distant dreams, but as real opportunities, ready for you to embrace. Not everyone recognizes these moments. Not everyone dares to step forward when the door opens. But you are here, chosen to see the invitation, to trust in the promise of something new. You may recall times when life felt stagnant, when the days blurred into one another, when you wondered if anything would ever change. Perhaps you have waited for a sign, a chance, a breakthrough that seemed always just out of reach. Yet tonight, you are invited to look around with fresh eyes, to notice the subtle shifts, the gentle nudges, the quiet openings that signal a new beginning. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah and Parkbalutiga, Bunding Simbalan Blas. God is always at work, even when you cannot see it, preparing the way for you to step into your destiny. As you breathe, imagine yourself standing at the threshold of a new path, the air alive with possibility. With every inhale, draw in courage. With every exhale, release fear, hesitation, and the need for certainty. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust is not about knowing the outcome, but about believing that the journey is worth taking. You may notice how opportunity changes the rhythm of your heart. Where once you saw only obstacles, now you sense excitement, curiosity, a readiness to explore what lies ahead. The stories of those who have walked this path before you, Moses, Esther, Peter, and so many others, remind you that every great journey begins with a single step, a willingness to say yes to the unknown. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 Bunding Sablas. Your story is still unfolding, and every new opportunity is a gift, a chance to grow, to learn, to become more fully yourself. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in this moment of possibility, you may begin to sense a gentle excitement rising within you, a sense of anticipation, a readiness to embrace whatever comes next. Opportunity is not just about what you receive, but about who you become as you step forward in faith. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Jasuaun Novi. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of new beginnings, the beauty of a heart open to adventure. You may recall the stories of those who embraced opportunity before you, those who left their comfort zones, who took risks, who trusted in a greater plan. Their courage was rewarded with growth, with joy, with a deeper sense of purpose. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will do this. Psalm 37 banding 5. Your willingness to step forward, too, will be met with grace, with guidance, with the sure knowledge that you are never alone, that you drift closer to sleep. Imagine yourself walking through a field at dawn, the sun rising on the horizon, the world fresh and new. You are not alone. God is with you, walking beside you, inviting you to trust the journey, to believe in the possibilities that await. You do not need to know the way. You only need to take the next step, to trust that the path will unfold as you go. Tonight, as you embrace opportunity, you are invited to let go of your need for certainty, to trust in the goodness of God, to believe that every new beginning is a gift. The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail. Isaiah 58 banding 11. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of possibility, the beauty of a heart ready to receive. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new adventure? What unexpected blessing? What deeper sense of purpose will you find as you step into the opportunities that await? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, embracing opportunity, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light. The stillness within, discovering the power of silence as the night deepens and the world outside quiets. You find yourself suspended in a gentle stillness, silence so profound it feels almost sacred. In this hush, you are invited to explore the power of silence, to listen not just with your ears, but with your soul. Not everyone dares to enter this stillness. Not everyone is ready to face the quiet within. But you are here, chosen to discover the beauty and strength that arise from simply being present, from resting in the silence that is God's first language. You may recall moments when noise filled your days, voices, screens, tasks, worries, all clamoring for your attention. In the rush and clamor, it was easy to forget the gift of silence, the healing it brings, the clarity it offers. Yet tonight, you are invited to step away from the noise, to let the world fade into the background, and to listen for the gentle whisper of your own heart. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. In the stillness, you begin to hear the voice that matters most. As you breathe deeply, imagine the silence wrapping around you like a soft blanket, comforting, soothing, safe. With each inhale, draw in peace. With each exhale, release tension, worry, and the need to do or be anything other than what you are in this moment. The Lord is in His holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before Him. Habakkuk 2:2. Silence is not emptiness. It is fullness, the presence of God, waiting for you to notice, to listen, to receive. You may notice how the stillness changes the rhythm of your thoughts. Where once there was chatter, now there is space. Where once there was distraction, now there is clarity. In the quiet, you begin to see yourself more clearly, to understand your heart more deeply, to sense the gentle guidance of the Spirit within. My soul finds rest in God alone. Psalm 102. In the silence, you find rest, renewal, and a connection to something greater than yourself. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in this sacred silence, you may begin to sense a gentle warmth spreading through your body, a feeling of being held, cherished, and known. Silence is the language of love, the unspoken words, the quiet presence, the knowing glance. The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In His love He will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 17. Even in the silence, you are loved, celebrated, and guided. You may remember the stories of those who found God in the silence, Elijah hearing the still, small voice after the wind, the earthquake, and the fire, Jesus retreating to solitary places, to pray, Mary sitting at the feet of her teacher, listening. Their silence was not empty, but full of presence, full of meaning, full of love. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself sitting beside a quiet pond, the water still and clear, reflecting the stars above. You are not alone. God is with you, sitting beside you in the silence, inviting you to rest, to listen, to be. You do not need to speak. You do not need to think. You only need to be present, to trust that in the silence you are found. Tonight, as you rest in the stillness within, you are invited to let go of the need to fill every moment with noise, to trust that the most important things are often said in silence, to allow yourself to be refreshed and renewed by the quiet. In repentance and rest is your salvation. In quietness and trust is your strength. Isaiah 30 banding 15. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of silence, the beauty of simply being. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new insights? What unexpected peace? What deeper connection will you find in the silence as you sleep? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, discovering the power of silence, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light. The gentle gift, receiving and giving compassion. The night is deep, and the hush of silence lingers, soft as a prayer. In this sacred quiet, you begin to feel the gentle stirrings of compassion, a warmth that rises in your chest, a tenderness that flows from your heart to the world around you. Compassion is not just a feeling, it is a gift, a gentle force that heals, connects, and transforms. Not everyone allows themselves to receive this gift. Not everyone is willing to offer it freely. But you are here, chosen to both receive and give compassion, to let it flow through you like a gentle stream. You may remember moments when kindness found you unexpectedly, a gentle word, a patient smile, a hand held in silence. These moments, small as they may seem, are seeds of compassion, planted by the divine in the soil of your soul. As a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him. Psalms 103 banding 13. Compassion is the language of God, spoken in gestures, in glances, in the quiet presence that says, you are not alone. As you breathe, imagine compassion filling you with every inhale, a soft golden light that warms your heart, soothes your wounds, and reminds you that you are worthy of love. With every exhale, let this compassion flow outward, reaching those who need it most, friends and strangers, loved ones, and even those who have hurt you. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Ephesians 4:32. Compassion is not weakness, it is strength to see the pain of another, and to respond with gentleness. You may notice how compassion changes your perspective. Where once you saw only differences, now you see shared humanity. Where once you judged, now you understand. Finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. 1 Peter 3:8. Compassion is the bridge that connects your heart to the hearts of others, that turns strangers into friends, that transforms wounds into wisdom. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in this gentle gift, you may begin to sense a new openness, a willingness to forgive, to let go, to reach out. Compassion is not only for others, it is also for yourself. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Colossians 3:12. Tonight, you are invited to be gentle with yourself, to treat your own heart with the same tenderness you offer to others. You may recall the story of the Good Samaritan, who stopped on the road to help a stranger in need. His compassion was an act of courage, a refusal to turn away from suffering, a choice to love where others passed by. Go and do likewise, Jesus said, Luke 10:37. In every act of compassion, you become part of this story, a healer, a helper, a bearer of God's love. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself as a gentle stream, flowing through a quiet valley, nourishing everything you touch. You are not alone. God is with you, filling you with compassion, guiding you to share it with the world. You do not need to change the world in a single night. You only need to offer your kindness, your presence, your love, one gentle act at a time. Tonight, as you rest in the gentle gift of compassion, you are invited to receive and to give, to heal and to be healed, to let love flow freely through you. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. 1 Peter 4-8. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of compassion, the beauty of a heart open to give and to receive. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new acts of compassion, what unexpected moments of kindness, what deeper connections will awaken in you as you sleep? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, receiving and giving compassion, guided by God every step of the way in the journey of truth, love, and light. The gift of patience, waiting in hope. The night stretches on, deep and tranquil, and you find yourself in the gentle arms of waiting. There is a quiet wisdom in patience, a sacred art in learning to wait, not with anxiety, but with hope. Not everyone welcomes the season of waiting. Not everyone can rest in the unknown, but you are here, chosen to discover the gift of patience, to trust that what is meant for you will arrive in its perfect time. You may remember times when waiting felt like a burden, when each day seemed to stretch endlessly, your heart aching for answers, for change, for a sign. Perhaps you have prayed for something precious at healing, a reconciliation, a dream, and wondered if your prayers have been heard. Tonight, you are invited to rest in the gentle assurance that God's timing is always good, that every moment of waiting is an invitation to trust, to grow, to hope. But if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. Romans 8:25. As you breathe, imagine patience as a soft, steady light in your chest, a candle that does not flicker in the wind, a flame that burns quietly through the night. With each inhale, draw in hope. With each exhale, release impatience, frustration, and the urge to rush. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord. Psalm 27 banding 14. Patience is not passive, it is an act of trust, a decision to believe that the slow unfolding of your story is sacred. You may notice how patience changes the landscape of your mind. Where once you measured time in minutes and hours, now you sense the rhythm of seasons, the gentle arc of growth, the quiet assurance that nothing beautiful is ever rushed. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3. In patience, you learn to honor the process, to celebrate the small steps, to find meaning in the waiting itself. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in the gift of patience, you may begin to sense a deep peace settling over you. Calm that does not depend on outcomes, a hope that is not shaken by delay. Patience is the soil in which faith grows, the space where trust is tested and strengthened, the gentle ground where miracles take root. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. James 1-4. You may recall the stories of those who waited before you. Abraham and Sarah longing for a child, Joseph enduring years in a foreign land, Anna praying in the temple for decades. Their waiting was not wasted. It was woven into the fabric of their faith, shaping them for the blessings to come. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in Him, to the one who seeks Him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. Lamentations 3:25-26. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself as a tree rooted by a quiet stream, its branches reaching for the sky, its roots deep and strong. The seasons change, the winds blow, but the tree stands patient, trusting the sun will rise, the rain will fall, the fruit will come in its time. You are not alone. God is with you, nurturing your hope, tending your dreams, inviting you to wait in trust. Tonight, as you rest in the gift of patience, you are invited to let go of your need for certainty, to trust in the slow work of God, to believe that every moment of waiting is filled with purpose. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Romans 12:12. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of patience, the beauty of waiting in hope. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new growth, what quiet miracles, what deeper trust will awaken in you as you wait? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, waiting in hope, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light. The blessing of release, letting go to receive the night, is long and gentle, and you find yourself in a space between holding on and letting go. There is a sacred blessing in release, a quiet miracle that happens when you unclench your heart and open your hands. Not everyone is ready to surrender what they have carried for so long. Not everyone trusts that letting go can make room for something new. But you are here, chosen to discover the freedom that comes with release, to trust that what is meant for you will never pass you by. You may remember times when you clung tightly to a dream, a relationship, a plan, afraid that if you let go, you would lose everything. Perhaps you have felt the ache of loss, the sting of disappointment, the fear that emptiness would be all that remained. Yet tonight, you are invited to trust in the wisdom of release, to believe that every ending is a beginning in disguise. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Isaiah 43, 18-19. As you breathe, imagine each exhale as a gentle letting go of regret, of old stories, of burdens too heavy to bear. With every inhale, receive the fresh air of possibility, the promise of new beginnings, the hope of what is yet to come. Cast your cares on the Lord and He will sustain you. Psalm 55 bonding 22. Release is not abandonment. It is trust that God's hands are strong enough to hold what you cannot, wise enough to guide what you cannot see. You may notice how letting go changes the energy within you. Where once there was tension, now there is space. Where once there was fear, now there is a quiet courage, a willingness to step into the unknown, to believe that grace will meet you there. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Letting go is not a loss, but a gift, a chance to rest, to heal, to be renewed. Press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the call, of acknowledging that you are ready to walk this path with God. As you rest in the blessing of release, you may begin to sense a gentle lightness, a sense of being carried, a peace that does not depend on what you hold, but on who holds you. Release is the soil in which trust grows, the space where new dreams can take root, the invitation to receive what you could not imagine while your hands were full. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. You may recall the stories of those who let go before you. Moses releasing his past to lead his people. Ruth leaving her homeland for a new life. Jesus surrendering all in trust to the Father. Their release was not the end of their story, but the beginning of miracles, of transformation, of new hope. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast field. The wind gentle on your face, your hands open too. The sky, you are not alone. God is with you, inviting you to release what no longer serves, to trust the unfolding, to welcome the gifts that await. You do not need to know what comes next. You only need to let go, to trust that what is meant for you will find you. Tonight, as you rest in the blessing of release, you are invited to surrender your burdens, to trust in the goodness of God, to believe that letting go is the doorway to receiving. The Lord gives strength to His people. The Lord blesses His people with peace. Psalm 29:11. In the quiet of this night, you discover the miracle of release, the beauty of open hands and an open heart. As you close your eyes, a gentle question lingers. What new gifts, what unexpected blessings, what deeper peace will come to you as you let go? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, letting go to receive. Guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and light, the sacred return, embracing wholeness and the ritual of new beginnings. The night is at its deepest, the world utterly still. You rest now at the threshold where endings and beginnings meet, where the long journey of your soul circles back to itself, changed, deepened, quietly radiant. You have walked through valleys and across rivers, through silence and song, through waiting and letting go. Now, in this final hour before dawn, you are invited to gather all that you have learned, all that you have released, and all that you have become. You are not the same as when you began. There is a new softness in your heart, a new steadiness in your spirit, a new light in your eyes. You have discovered the gentle power of gratitude, the healing river of forgiveness, the strength of patience, the beauty of surrender, the miracle of compassion, the blessing of release. You have learned to trust the unseen, to rest in community, to listen in silence. to let your heart open again and again to the love that will not let you go as you breathe. Feel the wholeness within you, a sense of all the scattered pieces of your story coming together, woven by the hands of God into something strong and beautiful. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Psalm 139:5. Wholeness is not perfection. It is the gentle acceptance of all that you are, all that you have been, all that you are becoming. Tonight, you are invited to mark this sacred return with a simple ritual, a moment to honor the journey, to consecrate your heart, and to open yourself to the new beginnings that await. Find a quiet place, let your body relax, and let your breath become slow and deep. If you wish, light a candle or place your hand on your heart as a sign of intention. Let us pray together. Holy and loving God, I thank you for guiding me through this journey of the soul. For every lesson, every blessing, every moment of stillness, and every step of surrender, I offer you my gratitude for the healing that has begun, for the peace that now fills my heart, for the hope that rises with each new breath. I release what no longer serves me. I embrace the gifts you have placed in my hands, and I open myself to the new path you are unfolding before me. May I walk it with courage, with compassion, with trust, and with love. May I remember that I am never alone, that your presence is my constant companion, and that I am always a chosen one, called, loved, and blessed. Amen. As you sit in this quiet, let the light of your own soul shine gently in the darkness. Feel the blessing of God settle over you like dew, soft and silent, nourishing the seeds of new life within you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24-26. You may wish to mark this moment in a special way. If your heart feels moved, press like and share this video. This is your way of saying yes to the journey, of acknowledging your readiness for a new beginning. If you feel called, subscribe to The Chosen One, God's Messages, and become part of a community of souls who walk this path together. And if you sense the sacred completion of a cycle, comment 1111 below, a number that marks the end of the old and the opening of a new destiny. Tonight, as you close your eyes, know that you are held in the arms of grace. You are whole. You are loved. You are ready for all that is to come. The journey does not end here. It simply turns, spiraling onward, ever deeper, ever higher, ever more radiant. See, I am making all things new. Revelation 21:5. As you drift into sleep, a gentle question lingers. What new light, what new hope, what new adventure will dawn for you as you awaken? Tonight, let your soul be free, your mind rest, and your heart open. Tonight, you are the chosen one, embracing wholeness, stepping into the sacred ritual of new beginnings, guided by God every step of the way on the journey of truth, love, and eternal light.